All right, welcome into the live stream here for not McCready and Siski. I'm so used to saying that. The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor, presented by LB's Meat Market. I'm Neal McCready. Greg Jones with me. Caroline McCready is here. Special guest Sophia Shepard back again. Ella Thomas here for the first time, trying to help Caroline. I got to start an audio file, then we'll get rolling with the show as we Christmas edition. We're going to pick some of the bowl games, pick all of the CFP games for this week. Obviously, the one game on Friday night, the 3 games on Saturday. So we'll get to those here momentarily. Stick with me. Hang on. Welcome into the Butcher versus the Dance Instructor, presented by LB's Meat Market. I'm Neal McCready here on this December 18th as we record this. Merry Christmas to everyone. If you are beginning to travel, as a couple of our guests are, Caroline traveled earlier this week, please be safe out there on the roads. Thankful to have you with us as we start to wrap up another year of the Butcher versus the Dance Instructor. Greg Jones, LB's Meat Market, joins us as always. We'll talk about LB's in a moment. Caroline McCready is here with us as well. She's brought reinforcements. She's trying to close the gap. Sophia Shepard back for her second appearance on the show. Ella Thomas here on the show. Caroline's sorority sisters in town for a couple of days. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm in the Clark Ford studios. Real quick, don't forget, if you're in the market for a vehicle, get in touch with Corey and the people at Clark Ford, 662-257-1900. Even if you're not necessarily looking for a Ford, you want to make sure that you get the right car deal. Corey will give you a quote. He'll take care of you if you just seek him out, 662-257-1900. And speaking of phone numbers, it's not too late, right, Greg, to get in touch with the people at LB's Meat Market, 662-259-2999. You can text Greg if you're sort of antisocial. You don't want to talk to anyone. It's okay. Text your order in. Tell him what you want, when you want it. Greg, the Christmas is on Wednesday this year. So what's the cutoff for getting orders in to get those fulfilled?
So we're going to try to do on the 23rd. It's either morning or afternoon on the 23rd. We will be open on Christmas Eve just because I'm just chock full of holiday cheer this year. And so we'll be open for a little bit. We won't be open all day. I know there'll be some people that will be having some late orders and stuff like that. But all pickup orders are going to be on the 23rd. You can go as late as Sunday. We can get you taken care of. If you Sunday, we're open from 1 to 6, and it comes across your mind that you forgot to order the beef tenderloin or the standing rib roast, or you can just order 5 lane trains or 6 fillets. It's whatever you kind of really want. Just call us on Sunday and just reserve it for Monday. So get you taken care of this Christmas holiday on the beef tenderloins and the standing rib roast. That's for sure.
I was in there today getting strips for tonight. We're grilling tonight. Got some stuffed jalapenos. They got the stuffed mushrooms, the bacon wrapped asparagus. Don't forget, when you walk in on the left, the whole freezer case, everything's fresh. It was just frozen and dry sealed, vacuum sealed. It's put in there. Save $3 off your purchase by getting that. Put it in a little cold water. You're good to go. Save yourself a little bit of time and a little bit of money at LB's Meat Market. All right, Caroline, tell us about your friends. What's going on? What's the holiday plan? What have you guys been doing in Oxford the last 24 hours or so?
Well, today we went to the square. We went to South Depot for lunch. Last night we went to this new bar called the Velvet Ditch.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
And it's seafood and alcohol. So it smelled bad in there.
And there's 75 TVs. And there's 75 TVs in it. I think somebody said there's 75 TVs.
Were there a lot of TVs?
I don't think 75, but
wow.
Maybe 75.
Okay.
It's the old Abner's building.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. Okay. The people were really nice. One of my old tech guys from Oxford School District was working there. So it was funny. I was with Ada Grace Perry, and we thought that was very funny. Yeah, and then we went to Roanoke today, and this man kind of chased us down and wanted us to come inside. He works in the house. And so we went.
Yeah, that didn't sound good. So this man chased us down and wanted us to come inside. What could possibly go wrong?
Hold on. They have that.
It was kind of
the day's been great. We've had an old man chase us down.
No, it smelled like so old in there. Like I just, as soon as you walked in, I was like, this is old. And it was like creepy. Like going into the rooms, like I was like low key scared. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I didn't know if we were gonna make it out alive, but we did.
So Faulkner lived in Roanoke when, in like the 1930s, 20s?
20s and 30s. I mean, when they had iPads and stuff, and they just jot down their notes on their iPad.
Yeah, we got a whole history lesson and we got free bookmarks. So like,
Oh, bookmarks.
Did y'all take the famous picture that
they're
everybody?
wooden bookmarks made from the trees at Roanoke.
The cedar trees.
Oh wow!
Oh,
He had
wow.
all this
I know
like
that.
writing on the wall. He would just write on his walls.
Faulkner did. Yeah.
So did y'all take the famous picture where like everybody like stands right in front, or and like that's the most famous picture on Instagram for any Ole Miss people?
No, we didn't. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I kind of figured y'all wouldn't.
Yeah, we didn't. We weren't even gonna go in, and then
But you know what picture I'm talking about? Like you literally like it's like they're in the front and they have the house in the background, and they do like a like
really?
a turkey or oh yeah, they like that's a real famous.
Yeah, he
picture
asked us
spot
if
in
we were Ole Miss students, and I was like, no, we're Arkansas students, and he was like, oh, it's fine, y'all can still come in because it was free. It's free for Ole Miss students. But yeah, it was fun.
Okay. So what's planned the rest of the week? You got planned tonight? You're staying here
We're gonna
tonight?
stay here tonight, eat dinner.
Okay.
Eat some LB's.
Yep.
Steak, and then I think we're gonna go to Yaya's after dinner.
Oh, okay. Greg, what are your big
that's
Christmas?
that was typical. So that was typical girl Oxford week day right there. Like
Yeah, absolutely.
Gotta go to South Depot.
What's your holiday plan? What's your big Christmas? I know is Christmas when you do the fried turkeys? All right, Greg froze a little. He's got himself muted. We'll get him back in a second. All right, what's you guys? What's your favorite?
It'll be.
Say it again, Greg. We lost you there for a second.
Sorry, my phone just kind of went crazy. We'll do a lot of beef tenderloins this weekend. I will be here. Me and my mom will be here, and we'll be stocking up the store. But what was the question? My favorite Christmas thing?
Because I know Christmas Day you kind of do some unorthodox stuff sometimes, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about doing maybe doing some duck, maybe stuffing some duck, I made a really good batch of boudin. Even my mom liked it, so that's what was kind of made me real awkward. I don't know if she was just really hungry but she said that the boudin that I made was really good. So I'm gonna stuff some pork chops. And I like the Cornish game hens. I mean, they're what's that medieval times in that where they where you eat that's all they're serve is Cornish game hens and the jousting. So I was thinking about stuffing some Cornish game hens. That's kind of unique.
Yeah, I've never been to that place. I've seen it. Like I used to. That your phone? Are we good? Can you hear us okay?
I think that's my phone. Yeah, y'all like sound like Rice Krispie treats right now.
Okay.
Okay, now y'all are good.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, that's bad. Should I refresh and get what should I do?
Yeah, you can refresh and then call back in, and we'll get you in. We'll chat with them for a minute.
Okay, I'll hang up and bring back.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
What do you guys have planned for Christmas? What's the big? Well, first we'll start with this. What is Santa bringing you? What are you asking? What are you asking for?
I want to know later, whenever you won't tell Caroline, but I want to know what Jimmy the Elf.
I don't know. I don't know what Jimmy's bringing.
What? So Jimmy's a secret from everyone? Not even.
I mean, listen.
You don't talk to him?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, I talked to Jimmy. We have a personal elf, Jimmy the elf. I've known him. He lives at the North Pole. When the kids were little, and their belief meter was really strong, I would hear from Jimmy. He would kind of let me know, hey, what's going on? I'm going to be heading down soon. I would sort of know all about his plan. But as belief has waned over the years, I don't hear from him as often. I have a sense. A sense that there's a disappointment on his part. So I mean, it's a week away, and Jimmy has come as late as the 23rd.
Wow.
So I don't know when he's coming, and I don't know what he's bringing.
I'm I'm sure it'll be good.
I
hear great things about
I
Jimmy.
can tell you that I get the bill from Jimmy at the end of the, and when the girls were little, the bill was pretty cheap. Now, as they've gotten
fine.
older, the bill is more expensive. The Jimmy invoice comes in, and you're like, whoa, that's a.
I wish I had a Jimmy the Elf.
I mean, who doesn't? Who
Yeah.
wouldn't? Who wouldn't want their own personal elf, Sophia? I mean, think about that. I mean,
Caroline's lucky. She's so lucky.
incredibly lucky to have. Well, I mean, because I know him,
Yeah.
and so I was able to be like, so hey, James, you want to be our elf? And he's like, yeah, I'll add you to the list. I mean, Jimmy he's more than 300 years old, and he knows a lot.
300?
Yeah, he's working.
Does he look like The Rock? Have you seen?
No, he's a
Santa,
little.
is it Santa 1 or is it what's that? I think I watched that movie last night. It was it's on Prime now. It's got The Rock and it's called golly. Anyway, it's pretty funny. But the Santa gets captured by the evil witch, and the Rock came in and saved him. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good Christmas show.
No, I've not seen that one. I'll have to look for that. No, he writes a letter. I've never seen him. I've never been to the North Pole. I've never caught him. I've always looked for him when he drops off the presents. But he writes a letter to the kids every year, and there's a picture of him up on the letterhead. Handsome guy, kind of small, wears a funny elf hat. I don't really know what he dresses like on a regular basis, but in that picture, he appears to be an elf, smaller guy. He's not big. I mean, you got to move around, and he implies that he comes down on a rented one of the smaller sleighs. Once we saw the sleigh taking off, we could see the light flashing as he went away, but we didn't get him. He's fast. He is so fast. And
Man, I bet he accepts Venmo too.
He does. He has an incredible sense of when all the kids are upstairs. It's incredible. He kind of knows. But if you think about it, and I've thought about it a lot. If you think about it, he's an elf. He knows Santa. He probably knows some of Santa's stuff, and you've heard, the Santa Claus autobiography. The biography where he says, he knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad. He knows if you've been good. So it stands to reason. He knows if you're freaking upstairs, right? So, I mean, he knows when all the kids are upstairs, when they might be taking a bath or something like that. And so he just rings the doorbell real fast and then boom, off on the sleigh. It's nighttime. We live in, we live in a big town, but I mean, it's fairly rural. I mean, you can slip in and out of our neighborhood without someone seeing you. I would think in this era of Ring cameras and stuff that there's probably added security that goes into jamming cameras and stuff. But, he's gone in undetected.
Yeah, and I bet he's got something set up with Ring, because hey,
don't you think?
So I'll put y'all in the gift box every time. So just make sure I don't get,
one of the things I've wondered about this time is with all of the drones all over.
It might be Jimmy.
Well, you wonder, is that going to be the kind of thing that they look at it and say, all these drones are out here, we could be spotted? I'll be honest. I have some real concerns about Santa, the sleigh, the reindeer, with drones flying everywhere at night. I mean, how do you avoid detection? How do you avoid a collision? I mean, I know you got Rudolph and the big red nose, but that's it seems like that's not a lot.
Yeah, that's only one nose, and that's only one nose. They don't have multiple. I mean, they don't have multiple Rudolphs out there.
I mean, not that I know of.
I mean, maybe the elf is just a good 1099 employee and just gets all the work done for
him. Well, they get a lot of work. They work year round, Greg. I don't know if you've heard about this, but I mean, you grind all year for one day, and then you do this day, and at the end of that day, I'm guessing they get back up to the North Pole and they all look at each other like, whew, right?
Wait, but whenever you went to the North Pole, you didn't meet any elves or anything like that?
Well,
you didn't see one?
I got sent to North Pole, Alaska, not the actual North Pole.
But there's none?
I did not see. Well, I did see some small people, but I did not see anyone that I would identify as an elf.
Some descendants of elves.
It's possible. I went into Santa's village in North Pole, Alaska, and the people were normal sized.
Wow. That's a shock.
There were reindeer, though. They had a reindeer farm.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
How cold was it at the time? Didn't you go like at a prime time where it was be cold?
No, I was there in it was May, wasn't it? I was there in May. It was
okay.
it was cool.
I forget y'all go all the way through the Super Bowl. I forgot that. I thought it was just college.
I went in May and I flew into Fairbanks and then drove into. There was no ice or snow or anything, so it was, and it didn't get dark at all. It only got dark for like 2 hours. Because I was still at that north.
And then didn't you have to take a train somewhere?
Yes, I flew back to Chicago and took the train to Memphis and then took the bus home. It's pretty exciting.
Wow,
what a journey!
I hope you got something really good planned for him when you win.
Yeah, one of these days I'll win. It feels like it's a competition that I have no chance in, and yet I come really close. Did you know that this year, Caroline, do you remember this? I was in Fayetteville when it ended. You probably don't remember this. We were shopping for your brother at that store. If the Jets had held on and won that stupid game that was on in the store, the Jets lost in overtime. Had the Jets won, I would have erased my entire deficit on the final day of the year and won the bet. I was this close. I was this close to winning. It's 2 years in a row that change one game and I win. It's like every time Lane Kiffin stands up there and talks about, we were one play away. I'm like, bruh, I feel you. I know exactly what you mean. You didn't make the playoff. I've got to go to Talladega dressed like an idiot because of one play. And it's...
Wait, what is Talladega? Should I know what that is?
It's a race car.
Oh.
Yeah.
In Bob.
Wait, do you have pictures of this outfit?
Not yet. No, I've got to wear boots, cut off jean shorts. I don't have
any... so this is what he's making you do this. Okay, gotcha. This is
I got to wear a Dale Earnhardt shirt.
Can you like grow out a mustache and everything for it, or are you gonna paint one on?
If I would have to paint one on. I don't like my chances to grow out like a mullet and stuff at this point. I don't feel good about that. I mean, I could go to.
They got them for sale at the gas station right at the exit at Talladega. They got anything and everything.
You ever think about going to Istanbul and going to Turkey and doing the hair transplant for cheap the way they have? You ever seen that?
No, because I don't want to be on the plane with a bunch of guys that just had the same thing done and trying to meet people that I'm party in the back. I'm not none in the front, party in the back.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think about going to Istanbul and just doing the whole hair thing
and doing the hair plant.
Yeah, just doing the whole thing. I mean,
you know that it for sure is going to work.
I mean, no, but live and let live, right? See what happens.
I'm kind of out on the Istanbul, but I mean, I can probably get a passport. Maybe go with you.
What do you think, Caroline? Should I grow a full head of hair in my 50s?
No. I mean, you could, but no.
Okay. All right, y'all want to pick some football games?
Yep.
All right, so we got to do.
I'm pretty sure the color green was friendly to me last time out.
Yeah, Greg, you went 5-4 last week, 2 weeks ago, championship week. You went 5-4. Caroline, it was a disaster for you. 2-7. 2-7. So Greg has retaken the lead. Greg has a 3-game lead. He is up. Greg is 67-70 for the season. Caroline, you are all the way down to 64-73. Still have time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's beginning to. It's not beginning to look a lot like Christmas. It's beginning to look a lot like got to get going. We're running out of time. Running out of opportunities.
So, Greg, you've won what? Once against Campbell? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been I'm not really good at this game, but
Well, you're doing good this year. Last year I was doing awesome.
Greg was 2-1.
Yeah,
one,
I mean,
one
like,
and 2
I
against
don't know if it
Campbell.
was beginner's luck, but she was on a roll. I mean, like, she could have started a website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her first year was remarkable.
It's her senior year. She's not. It doesn't look like she's full on committed. That's just my perspective on it. You know, she's kind of been questioning herself.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
She just was like.
I'm like more competitive this year, and then I think too much about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. See, that's what happens. You can't think about it because when you think about it,
you get it wrong.
That's when you get in trouble.
You know, there's a famous line in the great literary classic Bull Durham. You ever seen this? Where Crash Davis goes to the mound. Have you seen this, Greg? Crash goes to the mound.
Mm-hmm.
Nuke LaLoosh, who's the star. Tim Robbins plays Nuke LaLoosh in Bull Durham, and Crash Davis goes up to the mound, and he tells Nuke, don't think, pitch. Thinking can only hurt the ball club, and those are pretty prophetic words if you think about it. That's pretty profound. That's don't think.
And didn't he throw the next pitch at the mascot?
Well, that was later in the movie in that game.
Yeah.
Crash advises Nuke. Nuke's like he's like zoned in. He's like throwing strikes, and he goes, "Hey, this next one hit the mascot." And Nuke's like, "But why?" And he goes, "Just hit the mascot." And he does it, and then the hitter comes back in and looks at and Nuke's laughing, and Crash looks at the hitter and goes, I don't know where it's going. He's crazy. And sure enough, now the hitter's not thinking, and so he's throwing. It's a brilliant movie. A lot of life lessons in Boulder.
The best one, when he set him up, when he's like, "Hey, put your change in your right pocket and do this," and he did all this stuff on the mound, and he literally told the batter, he's like, "Hey, it's going to be a curveball, like right down the middle," and hits it, 500 feet, and it's like, man, what happened there? Like, I don't know, man. Just say
I told him
going away.
Anything that goes that far should have a stewardess on it. Yeah, it's great. You guys in Bull Durham? All right, one of our assignments.
Yeah, I just don't think. I mean, there's so many movies like mid-80s. Like, what about Dirty Dancing?
Have you seen Dirty Dancing?
Probably because there's dancing
I've
involved.
never seen Dirty Dancing, and I'm kind of ashamed. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, wow.
I mean, like, like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I mean, that's a.
I love that movie so much. That's my
then here we go.
movie.
All
I've
right.
seen it like 18 times.
All right, well, I want you to watch Bull Durham. I think you'll like it.
Yeah,
it's 2
Bull
hours out of
Durham.
your life. It's a baseball movie, but it's not really about baseball. Bull Durham. It's Kevin Costner back in the day. Came out when I was in college.
That's probably like 86 or 85 or 84.
Yeah, I guess I was in high school. I was in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember.
I was like
6. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's pick some football games. People want the picks. It's football season. All right, Greg, you won the week, so those are the rules. You go first. It is the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, Greg. This is in Raymond James Stadium, Tampa, Florida, 2:30 on Friday. This game, like most bowl games, can be seen on ESPN. It is Tulane and the Florida Gators. The Gators, Greg, are a 14-point favorite.
Man, this actually might be sneaky good. I'm going to take Tulane. Hopefully they got me a good jersey combo for this game.
All right, Caroline, Greg is going to take the Green Wave and the 14 points against the red hot. The Gators spoiled some seasons at the end of the year. Spoiled Ole Miss this season, whipped Florida State, beat LSU. The Gators did some damage down the road, down the stretch.
Yeah, I'm going to pick Florida.
All right.
I prepared this time. I have a list of who I'm going to pick, and I normally don't do that.
Oh,
so
okay.
Trying to catch up.
All right. I like that. So we already have a disagreement. Caroline's going to take the Gators and lay the 14. All right, Caroline, on Friday night, it's the first ever college football playoff game. It's the Battle of Indiana. It's the Indiana Hoosiers heading to South Bend to play Notre Dame. This game's at 7 o'clock on ESPN. We'll be having our family dinner at this point. The game's probably going to be up on a screen somewhere. Expecting chance of snow in South Bend. Indiana, the Hoosiers, a 7.5-point underdog.
I'm going to go with Notre Dame.
All right, you're taking the Irish, laying the 7.5. Why?
I don't know.
We're doing research.
Wait, does she not have a family member or a friend
I
there?
did some research on ESPN, and it said, I think that, I don't know what it said. Like, Indiana's going to win, but Notre Dame, I don't know. I'm picking Notre Dame.
All right.
That's just what ESPN told me.
All right, Greg, that is the kind of homework right there that could and should probably scare you. She's taking Notre Dame, even though ESPN said Indiana would win. She's going to go with the Irish and lay the 7.5.
What ESPN has said that Indiana is going to win this game?
No, I just think, I don't know, y'all. I still get confused by the terminology of like the spread and stuff, so I'm not going to even try. But
Are you sure it was the football game? All right. I mean, I'm going to go Notre Dame because I never picked Notre Dame, and I've always lost. And I just feel like Indiana is not a top 12 team in the country.
Okay. All right, we go to the Saturday games. We got 3 playoff games on Saturday, starting with SMU. Greg, they go to Penn State, Happy Valley, to play the Nittany Lions. This game's at 11 a.m. It's on TNT. SMU. SMU is an 8.5-point underdog, Greg.
I'm going to take SMU. I just don't think Penn State can win any sort of big-time football game. So not only am I getting points, I'd love to dabble in that money line if I could.
Okay. All right. Caroline, Greg is going to take the Mustangs and the 8.5 in Pennsylvania.
I'm going to agree with Greg.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is there a dance team option? Is there any?
No. This is another one of my... Oh, he went out again. This is another one of my ESPN. Uh-oh. I was saying, this is another one of the ESPN ones. Okay, what it says... Sorry, I'm kind of cheating. I hope that nobody
it's okay.
is mad, but I've got to catch up.
There's no rules.
It says Notre Dame prediction by 9.1 points. 74% probability to win the game.
Okay. No, that's good. That's the SP Plus prediction. Yeah, so it's got Notre Dame. FPI. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
And then it says Penn State by 7.1 points. 69% probability to win the game.
Okay. So you're picking SMU to cover.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Look at you.
Yeah, I know. I know what I'm doing this time.
I really like Penn State in this game. I don't think this game's going to be close. That's my opinion.
I don't really know much about Penn State. Do y'all? No, they don't either.
I'm not convinced that SMU belongs in this thing. I think
Really?
I think SMU has benefited from a really favorable schedule, and they're going to play a motivated Big Ten team at home, and that's going to be problematic.
Arkansas is playing Notre Dame next year.
I saw that in
Fayetteville.
It's
in Fayetteville. That'll be fun. And then the Ole Miss game is here, but it's like early. It's in September.
Yep.
Which I'm glad about that.
It's like the 3rd week of the season, I think.
There he is. Yeah, it's like mid-September.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. My phone is hot.
You're good. We filibustered.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm back.
All right, Greg, you both took SMU. All right, Caroline, we got the second game of the day. It's in Austin, Texas. It is, as you might predict, the Texas Longhorns at home, 3 p.m. on TNT against the Clemson Tigers. Clemson is an 11-point underdog.
I'm going to go Texas.
Okay, you're going to take Texas to cover the line. Greg, she's going to take the Horns and lay the 11.
Yeah, absolutely. I have to agree on this one. Just why is Clemson in this game?
Yeah, they're in it. They're in it because
I'm kind of sour about the way this playoffs been. I mean, I'm just kind of sour. I mean, I know that Ole Miss, did it to themselves, but you can't tell me that Boise State's the number 2 team in the country, and now that Arizona won and they're number 4. I just just some head scratching for me.
Yeah, no, it's. Again, I'll say the same thing. The SEC agreed to this. Nobody put a gun to their head and made them, and here we are. It's kind of predictable. All right, Greg, it's the 3rd and final Saturday game. It's probably the headliner. It's Tennessee. They head to Ohio State to face the Buckeyes. This game's 7 o'clock on ESPN. The Volunteers are a 7.5-point underdog.
Definitely taking Tennessee here. Never trust a man that has to use just for men in his beard. And Ryan Day does that, and do not trust that ever.
Oh, you think Ryan Day uses just for men?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
All right, Caroline, y'all over there convening.
Yeah, we're talking.
It felt like a moment in Family Feud. You know, when
Like...
one family's about to do and the other family's preparing to steal. All right, so he's going to take Tennessee and get the 7.5.
I'm going to take Tennessee too, which I normally take Ohio State because of their dance team, but I'm going to be smart this time.
She's going away from her dance angle. Wow.
I love Tennessee in this game. I think Tennessee wins outright.
They both have good dance teams.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Tennessee has a really good dance team.
I'm not surprised.
During the Tennessee-Arkansas game, it was hard to... Well, I watched the game, of course. It was such a good game, but I was watching the dancers for a lot of it.
Tennessee, they brought their whole band, the whole deal?
Yeah, and then they brought... I don't know if they brought... I think their cheerleaders were there. I was paying attention to the dancers because they're so good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I met a dancer this weekend at the racetrack. She danced for... Of course, everybody's going to
I didn't know where we were going with this.
She danced for LSU. And from Kentucky.
Oh my goch, they're good.
And I was like, well, why didn't you go to Kentucky? Like, Kentucky's got the best dance school. And she's like, well, my boyfriend lived down here. And I was like, oh. I was like,
LSU
so,
is
anyway.
What are they called?
And then I told her about the twins, the two twins, the Ohio State and the
Ohio State, Minnesota,
on the TikTok,
and those are the two.
TikTok.
Yeah, those are the top two dance teams, and there's one twin that's on Ohio State's and one that's on Minnesota.
Oh,
and it's always those two.
I literally,
you never
she
know
looked it up and everything. She was like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe this!" So it's kind of cool. I like threw some like, "Oh, that Ohio State dance team, they're pretty strong, but they got it. They got twin sisters." So
there you
go.
Good. That's impressive. All right, so
hey, it's all about the knowledge that you need to keep. That matters. Which dance team has the best dance team is always a good conversation.
Absolutely. All right. Speaking of after the playoffs, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick the SEC related bowl games this week, and then we'll get back together, the three of us, probably on a Zoom call. Probably when I'm in Jacksonville, and we'll pick the rest of the bowl games, and we'll pick this next round of playoff games. Sound good?
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. So December 27th, it is the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl. This is in Fort Worth, Texas, 11 a.m. on ESPN. It's Oklahoma and Navy. Oklahoma, Caroline, is an 8.5-point favorite over the United States Naval Academy.
I like Oklahoma. I'm going to go with them. One of my friends is a triplet, and her two siblings go to Oklahoma, so I feel like I always pick them too.
Okay. All right, Greg, she's going to take the Sooners, even without their quarterback, lay the 8.5 against Navy.
Since it's the Armed Forces Bowl, I'm going to take the Armed Forces team.
Yeah, I kind of like Navy here too. Sorry, Navy beat up on Army. Oklahoma's quarterback's now at Auburn.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
We go with my pick.
All right, Greg. It is the Birmingham Bowl and Progressive Stadium there in downtown Birmingham, Alabama, 2:30 on ESPN. It's Georgia Tech, a 3-point favorite against the Vanderbilt Commodores.
This is actually a sneaky, really good game.
Yeah.
The way the teams have kind of played. Never what I thought I'd want to be interested in a Georgia Tech and a Vanderbilt game, but I'm going to go with Georgia Tech. I like their quarterback a little bit more. I mean, I like Georgia Tech for some strange reason. I like saying the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech, and I'm a hell of an engineer, but I'm not an engineer.
You're not, but you'd be a good one.
No, I'm not smart. I'm not smart enough.
Caroline, he's going to take Georgia Tech lay the 3 against Diego Pavia, Clark Lee, and the Doors.
Okay, it makes me nervous to go against Greg because I don't want to lose any more games, but I'm going to go with Vanderbilt.
I like Vanderbilt here.
I feel like I'm happy for them. I hope they keep winning.
All right. Let's see. Caroline, we now go to the AutoZone Liberty Bowl. This is at Simmons Bank Liberty Bowl Stadium in Memphis. 6 o'clock on ESPN. It is the Texas Tech Red Raiders versus your Arkansas Razorbacks, what's left of them. Texas Tech is a 3-point favorite against the Hogs.
What do y'all think? Do y'all have any opinions?
All right, give us your assessment of what happened with Arkansas this year. What's going on with the program? They got 20-something guys have left for the transfer portal.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's kind of a mess. What's up?
I think we're at a weaker moment right now. I think Texas might have us on this one.
I mean, why did they all leave us?
They're left. They got in the portal to go elsewhere.
But did we get new people?
You have gotten some new people. You have not replaced all of the people that you have lost, but there's still time.
Because our quarterback left,
your quarterback stayed.
Oh, he stayed.
Your quarterback Taylor.
Oh, but y'all have money. Y'all have money.
This is
There's money. There's money in the bank.
That new coach back, Petrino, is that him?
Yeah, Petrino's the offensive coordinator, right?
Yeah.
Do you know who Arkansas's head coach is?
Sam Pittman.
Sam Pittman. That's right. All right.
Yeah, the high five.
Can you name Arkansas's starting quarterback?
Taylor Green.
Taylor Green. That's right. That's very good. Could you have said that, Caroline? No.
Didn't one of our good guys?
Can you name anybody on the basketball team? Can they name anybody on the basketball team?
Luke Haas.
You know, he's engaged to Akayo.
Yep.
And she was on the dance team. But I messaged her on Instagram. She posted because they just moved here and whatever. Yep. But I was like, you're going to love it.
Yeah, he's transferred here.
Yeah.
For his, I guess it's his final season. He might have 2 seasons, but I think it's his last season.
Because she graduated last year. And I think they're the same age.
She was a Akayo with you at Arkansas?
Yeah.
She nice?
But I met her at a Rebelette clinic, actually, my junior year of high school and her senior year.
Where is she from?
She's from Fayetteville.
Okay.
But yeah, I met her at a Rebelette clinic, and then I saw her at an Arkansas Pom Squad clinic. And then I ended up going Kaio, obviously, and then we met then. But yeah, and they're engaged. They just got engaged recently. Her name's Mary Jane McConnell.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna take Texas Tech.
I think that's probably smart. All right, Greg. Sorry, she's gonna take the Red Raiders. Lay the 3. The last time Greg. The last time she did this, she took an Arkansas opponent. You took Arkansas and picked up a game.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm gonna pick one up here.
Okay. Just pointing it out.
I mean, Arkansas is pretty bad right now. Arkansas is bad.
Yeah, they're in a down moment.
But there's money in the bank, right? Didn't Sam say there was money in the bank, so they're going to be buying some players here soon?
They do have money because they have rev share, which everybody has rev share now, and so and they're trying to raise some NIL like everybody else in the league is. They
have their own chicken nuggets.
Yep, they got the Razor.
I've never tried those, and I really want to.
Yeah. I'd like to try them.
Support your hogs.
We had some at CFF one day. Did you not eat them? Did you eat them, Ella? They were just Tyson chicken nuggets, but yeah, it was cool. Yeah, our chefs were making. They were making some with our normal chicken.
That's pretty cool. I mean, it's cool to have Razorback shaped nuggets. I think.
My Kaio advisor works at Tyson, and she was trying to send us several packs of them.
Why didn't you take them?
I don't know. I told her that we'd take them, but then we never coordinated it.
I mean, you could have that and some of the
and all you need is an air fryer.
Rainstorm.
Yep.
All you need is an air fryer.
We do have one.
Yeah.
We have an air fryer.
Big fan of the air fryer.
All right, one last game here. We got Texas A&M and USC. This is in the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, 9:30 on ESPN, December the 27th. I've been to this game before. I went to the Las Vegas Bowl when it was Florida and Oregon State.
Ooh.
Yeah. This is the coolest stadium I've ever been in my life. I love Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. It is phenomenal. It is so cool. I've been there for an NFL game, a college game, and an international soccer game. And that stadium just absolutely rocks.
Oh, man. I really want to go. I had a friend drop the hint that it was going to be Ole Miss in Colorado and Las Vegas. I was like, all right, well, I'm going to close the store and go to that. And then next thing you know, I got heard through the grapevines that Texas A&M instead.
Yep. All right. Whose turn is it to pick? It's Greg. All right, Greg. Texas A&M's a 3.5-point favorite over the Trojans.
I'll take Texas A&M.
All right, Caroline. He's going to take the Aggies, lay the 3.5 against a USC team that is pretty depleted.
Yeah, I hate Texas A&M, but I'm going to pick them.
Probably smart.
Oh, you're gonna. Wow.
Yeah.
The Texas
I
A&M
was
game is in
like,
Fayetteville
I hate Texas A&M, but I'm not gonna pick
next year.
I know. I don't know who does who does Arkansas schedule, but that person should be fired.
Yeah.
They make the Arkansas schedules, like there's no reason for Arkansas to schedule all these hard games. Like why are you playing Notre Dame? And then Arkansas plays at Memphis next year. And Memphis has been pretty good the last few years. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
That person
maybe the Lou Holtz connection. Like,
yeah, I mean,
Lou Holtz
it's
used to
cool.
text me, like,
Don't get me wrong. I mean,
but-
look. I mean, it's cool. I mean, that's a feather in your cap that you can get Notre Dame to come play you, no matter who you are in the SEC. That's cool. It's a win for the fans. But I'm just looking at it like you're trying to win games, and these are games that are hard to win, and you're already in the SEC. Like, what are you doing? They did that. They've done that to themselves. Like this year, they played Oklahoma State. There was no reason to play Oklahoma State.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Play like Central Minnesota's School of Mines.
Yep.
and just get a win.
Well,
yeah, like play some backups. Like,
I'm sorry. Will the A&M game be in Fayetteville the next year?
Yeah, it's no longer going to be in Dallas. They're switching it to campus now.
I want to go to College Station and hear that stadium, like how loud it is.
At that stadium in the pregame, they warn you in the press box that you will feel the press box move, that it's okay, that the press box moves.
That it's okay?
It's okay, that you're fine. There's nothing to fear. And I'm like, no, if the building is swaying, there's reason to fear.
No, that's not good.
Yeah. It's like, but
how
it's
many,
sort of like
how
when
many do they have in there? 100 plus, right?
108,000 or something. It's a big stadium.
Yeah, I'm waiting to accept my invite from my buddy Reagan to go to one of those games, but yeah, I don't know if I want to go.
All right, Greg. Last thing here. What do you ask Santa Claus for this year? What are you hoping is in your stocking or?
Well, honestly, I would love for my filly to run before January 1st, and she finishes first or second, and I never have to pay her bill for about 3 or 4 months. So that'd be an awesome Christmas present.
Is that possible?
Yeah, she's been very aggressive lately. I gave her a 30-day vacation, so she's had 2 really good workouts, and so she should be ready to go. And then I have the Arkansas bred, so I might be going to Hot Springs on the 29th for a race. That's always fun to get up to Hot Springs. I'm a big Hot Springs fan.
Okay.
But yeah, I just think if the 2 of my horses would win, or so they could pay their bills, so I don't have to worry about paying their bills for a couple of months. I think that would be like the best Christmas present I could ever ask for.
What are you guys hoping Santa brings you?
A barber jacket.
A barber jacket? What is a barber jacket?
They're like those like quilted wax coats. They're like European or
yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Sophia?
I don't really know. I know I already said this, but I want a Jimmy the Elf #1. Obviously, I'm gonna ask my parents about if we can start that tradition. If you know his contact, like please.
I can work out something.
Yeah.
With
I do
Santa
have
in the North Pole,
I do have contact information. I can
Okay,
get you in touch
perfect.
with James.
I would love that, James.
Well, his formal name is James. I mean,
Okay.
he goes by Jimmy with people like me who are friends.
Yeah.
But his name is James.
Okay. Hopefully one day I can call him James if we're tight, if we're close like that.
I mean, maybe you got to get to know him first. But yeah.
Yeah.
And stay on the good list, the nice list. You don't want to get on the naughty list.
I stay on the nice
really?
list. Yes. All year round.
That's great. I try to. I feel like I sometimes deviate to the naughty list, but
yeah, and my belief meters really high.
Oh, that's what really helps.
Yes.
Mine.
Oh.
I think that's what saves me. Is I absolutely believe.
Yeah.
No question about it. There's no doubt about it.
I don't know about Caroline, honestly.
All right, Caroline, what's your Christmas desire? What are you hoping for?
This year I asked for a lot of like wine glasses and juice glasses and martini glasses, like big girl things. But and I'm getting a new bag for the job that I don't know about yet, but the job that I will get.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm getting an initialed like leather bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
An Aura ring.
An Aura ring.
It came in the mail and then I just brought it. She brought it home for me and it's gonna be under the tree.
Yeah. Well, you hope it will be.
Yeah, I hope it will be.
I mean, you never know.
My dance girls, I was telling you this. My dance girls there's a new thing like Elf on the Shelf, but it's stuffed animals, and they're elf.
Yeah.
And you can touch them, so they come to dance and they watch. Like they sit and they watch.
And so they get attached to this stuffed elf
Animal, and then I guess it has
and then
to just go up and
it goes away. And that
Yeah.
I have my. It feels like an emotional trauma thing right after Christmas.
Yeah, and I think the Elf on the Shelf brought it. So that's like another thing.
So the elf on the shelf giveth, and the elf on the shelf taketh away.
Yes, and we'll bring it next.
Neal, what do you want for Christmas?
Hair.
Oh, I think I already know. I think I know, right?
What?
You told me today. Your phone turned off for 48 hours?
I would like here's what I really would love. I would love like a 5-day vacation to damn near anywhere with no real contact with the outside world. Just kind of like chill. Just probably on a beach. Like just me and just some beer and some tequila and a book or no book. Just hanging out on a beach. Every so often, just go get in the water and cool off.
I agree with you. Like
that's
I
what I
did that
want.
with my yesterday with Venice. Like Venice is my refresh button. Like I go down there and just catch fish and drink beer and don't talk to anybody for a couple of days. It's really, really awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to go like deep sea fishing. Seriously, I'd love to go just out catch some fish. Even if I don't catch fish, just go and
I can give you a captain's number that you'll catch a lot of fish. We don't go fishing, we go catching. We catch them 2 at a time. That's how fun it is.
Oh,
but you really, I mean, like once you get in the mouth of the Mississippi River and realize how powerful, I mean, like it's very humbling. So I always call it like having a Lieutenant Dan moment. Like you're just at peace with God and see how big the oil tanker that just rolled by you. I mean, it's really peaceful out there. It's a good time. I always highly recommend Venice, Louisiana.
Okay. Well, we will be back before New Year's. We'll have one more show in 2024. We're going to go all the way to the Super Bowl like we always do every year, but we start wrapping up the college season. We'll have the second round, the quarterfinal round of the college football playoffs. We'll have the New Year's Day bowls, including Ole Miss and Duke in the Gator Bowl, January the 2nd. So we'll pick all of those games sometime, probably right around the 30th, probably in that realm. So we'll do it on Zoom. I'll be in Jacksonville. We'll record. So for Ella Thomas, for Sophia Shepard, for Caroline McCready, for Greg Jones. Greg, right, real quick, people want to get in touch with you guys, 662-259-2999. They need to call here soon, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can call Sunday, as late as Sunday, and I'll get you taken care of. Obviously, text message is really easy. All you got to do is press a button and talk and send. It's really easy for you on the text message route. But a lot of people have questions on how much beef tenderloin do they need, to serve their family. So you honestly just need to figure out how many women, how many men. Usually on a beef tenderloin, a woman's going to eat about 8 to 9 ounces. A men's probably 14, 12, 16 ounces, and just kind of adjust there. But we usually trim out our beef tenderloins to 3 to 4 pounds, and all you got to do is cook it and trust your meat thermometer.
Okay. So for Greg Jones, I'm Neal McCready. Until next time, thank you for being a part of the Butcher versus the Dance Instructor. Have a wonderful Christmas, and we will talk to you again soon.
All right, kids. We good?